today agreeing to pay roughly $18 billion to settle a multi-state lawsuit accusing them of designing addictive platforms that harmed young people and their mental health. Company promising to take steps now to protect children, even though we've heard that before. That includes default daily time limits, blocking overnight use, and tightening age verification measures. The settlement, though, raises a big question. Does it shut the door on future legal claims, or could more suits be coming? Joining me to discuss, legendary attorney Mark Geragos. Mark, welcome back, my friend. Always good to see you.
Always good to see you too, Ed. And to answer your question, no, it specifically does not shut the door on future claims. This was just the settlement of the 50 attorney general cases.
So I'm confused then, because a smart attorney like you shut it down because maybe in this case you didn't want Mark Zuckerberg to go on the stand, right? You want to protect him, but you want to close this down. But it seems to me, whether it's New Mexico, Los Angeles, it's like whack-a-mole with them. I mean, how does the company just keep throwing money at the problem?
Well, you know, my friend Mark Lanier from Texas came and was in our backyard here in Los Angeles, tried one of these cases, and he had a great deal of success. New Mexico did too. But as you point out, Zuckerberg was due to take the stand. They didn't want any part of that, number one. Yep. This is a way to kind of mitigate any of their massive exposure that they have in this case. The individual cases, somebody probably made the calculation that they could piecemeal those out, because if you saw today, the stock price did not reflect anybody worried about this deal. In fact, it was quite the opposite.
Right. So it's a business decision as well, but hopefully the kids are going to be less harmed in the days ahead. Let's get to Lindsay Clancy's murder trial, which we talked about before. The testimony concluding today. We expect closing arguments tomorrow. Prosecution finishes its case with a forensic psychiatrist who focused on the male voice Clancy says ordered her to kill the kids. He told jurors her voice claim is unusual because it started during the killings and stopped right after. How big of a problem might that testimony be for the defense? What else is standing out for you?
Well, the idea that it's unusual, to me, sounded kind of ludicrous, because her killing of the kids is unusual. You don't get more unusual than that. So I don't know where he thought he was going with that. But by the way, I haven't understood much of what the prosecution has done in this case. And one of the things that I thought Reddington did very effectively today, he read part of the opening statement by the prosecutors and got their own expert to disagree with it. So wow. I think if I were in the prediction markets, I'd be betting that this is either a hung jury or not guilty by the criminal responsibility.
Got it. And the other key, as you know and have talked about, is who's on the jury. What is the jury going to think? She's received so much support from women. I think there's 18 jurors and 12 are women. We don't know which, and where they stand, because there's women on both sides. But most of the women outside the courtroom have been very much on Clancy's side. Listen to what this OBGYN had to say to Lindsay. The video's kind of gone viral.
It's so hard to take care of 3 kids. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20, but I don't know what else you could have done. You were far beyond what should be expected of a single individual.
I mean, a lot of people in this country are outraged about what some of these women are saying, since 3 kids were killed. But if you're a defense attorney, I bet you want to make sure you've got as many female jurors saying that on this jury as possible. What's your sense about that?
Well, my sense is this is what defense lawyers dream of, so to speak, in terms of having a constituency. Normally, you've got everybody wanting to throw rocks, tomatoes, and bricks at you. And in this case, you actually have people. And I think really what's going on, if you have a conversation there, what people are saying is the mental health system failed. And so they're not excusing this, or at least nobody sane or rational is. I think what they're saying is she tried to reach out. This was not somebody who was motivated by money, finances, or, some paramour or something like this. This was somebody who recognized in real time she was having issues, and she didn't get the help she desperately needed.
All right, Mark Geragos, we appreciate your insights always. Thanks for making the time today. Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.